Hey, this is EcoSurf Ireland Crypto. And if you like my content, give me a like and give me a subscribe. Okay, so this is Bitcoin. All right. And as I said previously in my previous videos, um, you know, Bitcoin is the king. And even when I put up a Bitcoin video, nobody looks at it. And that's fair enough. You mightn't hold Bitcoin, but it's very, very important you watch Bitcoin. And any chart I do on the channel or any chart at all will be invalidated if Bitcoin decides to take a dump and decides to just, go down, right? Or correct. Okay. So anything I do is based on the market being bullish, right? Now, in general, yeah, I'll see bearish formations in the altcoins. I'll be able to see what it's doing and if it's going to go down. But if Bitcoin out of nowhere is getting weak and then suddenly decides to dump, everything I do becomes invalidated because of the fact that my chart should be based on what Bitcoin is doing at that moment. But Bitcoin can turn the market on a dime in a second, okay? And this is what it's done, all right? Now, this correction here right now isn't exactly, massive or anything. We have a 4% pullback, and I've been through 30% pullbacks, 50% pullbacks on Bitcoin. So, let's just give you an example. If we had a 30% pullback on Bitcoin, okay, this is what it would look like. Okay, so you'd be going down to, what would we be going? $48,000. Okay, but right now we have a correction. So far, we've had a total of a 15% correction from the all-time high. And right now we are at 12%, okay, from the all-time high, all right, which is down, $8,500. Now, what is the effect that has on the alt market? It destroys them, okay? The alts get killed, absolutely killed, right? So this is why I said, and this is why I constantly say to everybody, you need to watch Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the king. It leads this market. Whether you have Litecoin, whether you have Dash, whether you have PokerBridge, whether you have XRP, whether you have any coin in this market, if Bitcoin decides to turn the market, those coins will go down faster and harder. Okay? This is something that people need to understand and need to learn. All right? So, Bitcoin dictates and Bitcoin leads the market. It is the king of this market. Okay? Whether you think that, the coin that you're holding is untouchable, that is not true. I keep getting constantly messages from people. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my God, what is going on with my coin? You said this or you said that. What is going on? This is what's going on. Bitcoin leads the market. Okay. If Bitcoin decides to go down, your coin will go down faster and harder. Bitcoin might go down 5%. Your coin will go down 15, 20%. Okay. Why? Because it's an altcoin. All right. It does not lead the market. Okay. So this is what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Okay. So we were in a massive, which I'd given you, I think I gave 2 videos yesterday, updates on Bitcoin that this could happen. All right. So first of all, we're in a massive ascending wedge. Okay. Which generally speaking are bearish. And I did say that, but we were in a bull trend coming into it in an uptrend, and they have a tendency to break up and out more often than not. Okay? Right? So this one has decided to break down. Okay, so I did have a falling wedge in here yesterday as well, thinking that this might actually pop out of it and come up and go back in, right? But no, it hasn't. Now, don't get me wrong. This still could wick in, But what are we doing now? What are we doing? This is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm looking for supports. Where is it going to turn? Where is the bounce going to happen? Okay, and this is what you need to do. You need to watch what is happening in the market and see where there's a turning point. Okay, so first of all, I have support levels here. So we have support between 59 and 60,000. That's really, really big support. If I go back even, previous to the previous time it was all-time high, you can see there's decent support here. Okay. All right. So, by the way, this is on the daily chart. Okay. So we have support here between 59 and 60,000. Okay. We also have, which is showing a bit of confluence here, is the 50-day moving average, which it bounced off. Okay. That's come up here, right up where the support is, and held. So there's quite a lot of support here. Okay. If we break, which is very easily, we could easily break this, right? Yes, it's big support, but there's bigger support between $57,000 and $58,000. If I go across here, okay, you can see here there's support, right? And actually, I think it's the same across the other side. Okay, massive support here. Okay, so there's massive support at 57.5 to 58,000. Now I've just colored in the boxes, okay, for you guys so you can see what I'm talking about. So we could come back down in here and we get a massive bounce, right? These are places I'm looking for reversals. If we lose this area, the next place I'm looking at is between $55,000, let's say $55,000 and 50, I would probably up to 56. In this area, in this zone, I would be expecting a bounce. Okay. If we lose this zone, okay, the next one is coming up at the 0.5 fib of the whole move, which is 54,000 region. So 54,000 to 54,500. Okay. And then you're talking, okay, a move down to 52 to 53. All right. Now, there's no reason why this can't go down there. Okay, Bitcoin will decide what it wants to do. This is a nice little correction and a flush out. People are getting too greedy, and there's, this is what happens. Okay, when in the markets you get to a certain stage, everybody's bullish, and boom, Bitcoin will do this. Okay, it'll drop $10,000 in a day, sometimes 12,000. Okay, and it creates panic. But the time now is to have a level head, not panic. Understand what is happening. Understand it's a corrective move, and understand it's going to come into its zones and look for support. Okay, so we do have a bounce right now. All right, to see that this bounce is turning, I'm not convinced. Yeah, we've broken 60,000 again. All right, so I would really need to see a kind of a break, I suppose, up past the 63,000 level. Okay, to be kind of, I suppose, think that this correction is over. And while we're going back into 63,000 it would bring us back into the actual formation. Okay, so between 63,000 and 63,300, I'd like to see a move up around there, break the 63,000. That would be pretty nice. And that would show us that, yeah, okay, more than likely the move is over, the corrective move, right? We will be going back into the formation. But as of right now, yeah, we're out of the actual formation, and we're just trying to hold support, okay? Now I'm going to go to the 4 hour. So the 4 hour looks really ugly, okay? Like really, really ugly. You can see a massive drop here out of our actual falling wedge. And we did wick down into the 58,000 region, okay? And we've bounced back out of it, and we're trying to hold the 60,000 region now, okay? So I'm still not convinced. This looks like a continuation pattern. Even if I go to the 1 hour, this looks like it's creating a bear flag and more of a continuation down, okay? So that does not mean sell. That does not mean, again, this is not financial advice, but people panic and they think it's all over, okay? So usually that's like a stepping stone right here. Staircase down, okay? So you can get a kind of a move like that, and it creates another little flago, and then it goes down. So eventually we will get a bounce, okay? But these are the regions that I'm looking for the bounce, okay? All right, so I'm going to look at the stochastics, okay? And we all know what the stochastics are. I'm going to go to the daily stochastic. And the stochastic, the daily, we're becoming oversold on Bitcoin, okay, which is pretty big. So once we go below 20, we're into the oversold region. This could still have a bit more legs in it to come down. So this still could come down to break 58 or 58,000. It could still even break 58,000 and go down to 55 or 53. And then we'll get a bounce, okay? So this still needs to come down. This could still come down beyond 20 and come flatline and then start bouncing. But I don't think this correction is over right now, okay? We might even go back down to 58,000 and consolidate around there and make a bounce and make a proper move out of it, okay? So we do have the 50, okay, holding support right now, 50 daily moving average, which is, it has bounced off. We could come back down into this region again and try and hold 58,000, this area here, which is this big support here, okay? This whole region. And we could consolidate there and then make a turn back up. All right. Now, if I look here, I did say in a video yesterday, if you'd looked at the Bitcoin video, that we were very far extended, okay, from the main trend line, okay? So this is the main trend line. I'm going to go to the 3 days so you can see it clearer, okay? So this here is the main trend line of the bull market, okay? I did say that Bitcoin could come down to here and still technically down to 50,000 and technically still be in a bull run. Why? Because we have higher lows, okay? And it technically could come back. So, you know, we are very, very far extended away. What I mean by that, look how far away we are from the line, okay? We are miles away from the line. And sometimes you need to pull back and get closer back to the support line. Okay, so that's your bull market support. That line I've just shown you here is your bull market support. Okay, now I'm not saying we're going to go back down there. All right, all I can do is watch and see what is actually happening and where the supports are. Okay, but right now on the daily, we do have support coming in at 60,000. We have support coming in, massive support coming in at 58,000 region. Okay. And if we do drop 58, I do expect a big move down to 55 region, 54 region, and then the last one will be 53, okay? But this can happen. I do expect correction, this to be going on for the next 2 to 3 days, I would expect, okay? It's bloody, yes, but, you know, this is it will turn. It will turn and it will bounce, and it always does bounce. Okay, you will also always get a reaction to a major fall. All right, and let's just give you an example. Let's just say the correction was over right now. Any retracement always comes back to the 0.618 minimum. Okay, so the 0.618 up here would be 64,000. Sorry, 1 second. So you'll always get a correction, a retracement from a correction, and it'll always move back to the golden pocket, which is 64,992. I'm just saying if this was the bottom, okay? So once I see where the bottom is, I'll be able to look at the 0.618 and see what's going on as well, okay? Now this might not make any sense to you, but that's just the TA type. You know, a move will always correct back to this 0.618. Or it'll go back up to the 0.618, okay? So that's the golden pocket. So the main thing really is have a level head, be calm. These are your points of support, okay? I'm not panicking. The alts, yes, are bleeding, absolutely bleeding. Some amazing buys in there, okay? This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not financial advice. If I give you charts, it's based on what I'm seeing in the chart. And if Bitcoin decides to just absolutely do what it has done right now, every chart I've put up becomes invalidated, okay? So, you know, people need to know that, and especially new people coming into the market. But now is not a time to panic. These are your support zones, okay? We do have a lot of support and big support underneath. All right, guys? So this is Bitcoin. This is what's going on in the market. This is why you're seeing red on all your altcoins. You know, I would suggest from here on in, you watch what Bitcoin is doing other than just not looking at a Bitcoin video or anything I put up, or even look at Bitcoin yourself. Bitcoin dictates everything in this market until we are in true alt season. Okay. One good thing I'm seeing is that the Bitcoin dominance is at 43% at the moment. It has not really gone up, which shows there's still strength in the alt market. But if Bitcoin continues to drop, okay, you will see Bitcoin dominance go up. That means most people now are selling out of their alts in panic. Okay. We've been through this many times, and the worst thing you can do is, well, the worst thing I've done or seen, and I've been guilty of this, you sell out in panic and you buy back in, thinking you're going to get it lower, and then suddenly it turns and you're buying back in at a higher price. Okay. So these are shakeouts. Okay. And this is actually a classic shakeout. 2017, they had a 30% correction. Actually, this time in 2017, exact time of the year, they had a massive, massive correction. It was a 30% drop. People thought it was all over. And you know what? We have to experience maximum pain. And I don't think we've hit that yet. I think maximum pain, where everybody starts panicking, is when we break 58,000, and then you see panic coming into the market. And people will start, you'll see the wick and the candles going crazy, lighting up. It'll be down and up, and people will be freaking out and screaming and, oh my God, and selling. We'll get one massive wick, okay? It could even bring us down to 53,000. And then what'll happen is, boom, the whales come in, buy it all up, and we have a reversal. Okay? So I don't think we've seen maximum pain yet, okay? I do believe we'll probably test 58,000 again. And for maximum pain to be ensued upon the market, and for people to panic, they want people to panic, it has to break 58,000. Okay? Then you'll see absolute panic. We'll have a massive wick down. Okay? So right now, do not be panicked. This is standard stuff. This is standard stuff with Bitcoin. I'm just watching the levels. Again, look, you make your own decisions. I'm just telling you, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I see people are, how people react and what people are feeling in this moment of time, because I've been here many, many times. Okay, so this is Bitcoin having its correction. There's your different levels of support. Okay, we have a stochastic daily is coming down to oversold. Okay. We have support, major support at 60,000, major support at 58,000. We have support coming in at 55,000, 54,000, and then we're looking at 53,000 as big support as well. Okay, so do not panic. This is Equal Surf Ireland Crypto. If you like my content, give me a like and give me a subscribe. Awesome.